and welcome. I am Sandy, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada, and I'm so glad you've joined me today. I hope you had a great weekend. Okay, I did. I was a vendor at a scrapbook crop, and it was fun. It was a long day, but the ladies did my make and takes, and that was a card, Christmas card, and a Christmas tag using the Merry Moose bundle. So that was fun. And not only that, it was just good to be out with the ladies. They were so wonderful. Now, my renovation continues. So if you hear any sawing, there's a lot of lumber in my basement today. So if you hear any sawing, that's because they're below me and sawing and, you know, doing stuff that makes construction happen. Yeah. And it could get noisy. But the good news is it carries on, and the electrical inspection and the building inspections today. So then they can get on with the spray insulation and windows and putting the walls up and all that fun stuff. I don't really know all of the order everything takes place in, but you know, it's the way it works. Anyway, oh, and it's also my daughter's 29th birthday today. So shout out to her. Okay, one other thing before we get started. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe. My goal is to get to 200 subscribers by December 7th. That might be my birthday, a big one. And I'm only 16 away, so that's not bad. Okay, my light's flickering. Ugh, that drives me crazy. Okay, are you ready to stamp? Okay, so the reason I have this covered up is because it was, you know, going to be a surprise. So today we're using I'm using a non-Christmas stamp set from the annual catalog that you would not think to make a Christmas card with. At least I hadn't until I was looking through my stamps and went, hey, this looks like a good idea. So anyway, I will get started. So here we go. Ready? Sweetly swirled. Yes, I know. It doesn't look like it, but they're fun images. So I'm going to use this big circle, which is a lot bigger than it is in the picture here, and the flower, the leaf, and these two little sprigs. Also, the itty bitty Christmas. So if you're looking for a Christmas stamp, you want to have your greetings. This is your go-to. This is your go-to. There's so many different sentiments on here and greetings. So it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Alrighty. So, yep, there's your surprise. Everything's ready to go. So I'm just going to set that aside. And same with this. Ready to go. So let's find out how we did this. Okay. This is a photopolymer set. So I am using the Stampin' Pierce mat. And, oh, I forgot to get down my cherry cobbler. There we go. Oh, I guess the other thing, the Delicata Golden Glitz. If you don't have this, you need this. You need to add it to your order. For those who, like, I'm a heat embosser. I do heat embossing. So I can make things gold and silver and such and raised. But if you're not, and even if you are, this is so perfect. So we're going to use this today a bunch. So this is the re-inker, and I do recommend you get the re-inker at the same time. All right, so let's bring in our pieces. That's our little piece right there. That's it. That's a layer. I'm just kidding you. All right, and then the big stamp. Now you can see it's got gold on it. I stamped a whole bunch yesterday. I was playing around with the stamp. And there's a reason why I have this piece of paper here. And I'll show you in a minute. All right, so when you have a stamp this big, you want to leave the stamp down and bring the ink pad to it. Now this got used a lot on Saturday, my gold. So, for snow, gold snow, yes. And I did re-ink it. So that's the first time since I got it that I've re-inked it. And I have used it, well, a lot. A lot. Oh, I have to keep that out because I'm going to do that again. All right, so you see the swirls on here. I'm looking for these because I'm going to I only want a portion of it. And I only want this portion. I'm going to see if I can center this as well as possible, right? We're eyeballing it. All right, so photopolymer works best when you're using your there we go, something cushy underneath. So the Stampin' Pierce mat is good because not only did we use photopolymer on Saturday at the scrapbook crop, we also used the take your pick tool. So we were piercing into it for our Christmas tags to make the little hole for the string. Okay, so I'm inking it up a second time because, well, I'll show you in a second, because I'm just so full of secrets, aren't I? Okay, and then hold that. So what I'm making is a wreath, and I wanted it to be a little thicker, thus I went twice. And when I had done my practices, this one I didn't like so much as the wreath, because they aren't together, so I went for that. That's my reasoning. All right, and now we just bring in our inks and our stamps, also known as stamps. All right, so the gold ones, and then we'll do the sentiment last. So it's funny because I did this so many times yesterday. It's like, which one did I do first? I'm also going to show you a variation. I did a couple of other cards and just stepped them up a bit. So this is your basic stamping. There is no die cutting. This is all using your paper trimmer, which, by the way, if you got my newsletter, you know that that's available now, and it had lots of fun details about it as well. You know what? I'm going to do the leaves first. There's a method to my madness. Alrighty, so I love this little one, and it cuts out beautifully. That's a little hint for what's coming up. And what I did is I did it, so first generation second, and then I stamped it again. And that one's not dark enough, so I'm just going to do it again. Yay! All right. And down here, I think. So you have to kind of picture this as a circle. There we go. I want these to be somewhat pale. I don't want them to kind of overtake, if that makes sense. All right. Now the other thing is, for these, I only want the top part. So rather than, use the tape or washi tape, scotch tape, whatever, and cover it, I'm just going to use the corner of the edge of the stamp. So this is kind of the part where every card's going to look different. Even if you follow your same pattern that you used on your first one, they're all going to look different. So I think I did this maybe yesterday, I don't know, 6 or 7 times before I found an arrangement that I really, really liked. So you get to play with it, in other words, which is fun. When I'm done here, I'll hold it up and you can see the shimmer. So speaking of my newsletter, lots of good information. Only comes out once or twice a month, or if Stampin' Up! Surprises us with something that you need to know about now, I will send it again, of course, a new one. But yes, sign up. Sign up. Lots of good information there. And renovation pictures, Alrighty, so I'm going to stop there and start with these. I can always add more. Now, so this is, I'm not sure what you call, I don't even know what kind of flower this is, but I don't know. But I do see that there's what I call an up. So, but I am going to stamp it in a couple different ways. So, stamp there. And then I'm second generation stamping again. Oh, but in a crappy way. Let's see if we can do that again. Oh, phew! Oh, thank you. Did not think that was going to work. Seriously. You know what? It's tricky. Sometimes we make mistakes too. And then again, second generation. I love the different tones you can get out of first generation, second generation stamping. Alrighty. I can't believe how quiet it is right now. Maybe it'll be quiet for the entire video. That would be so nice. I'm not going to add any more yet. It's kind of a wait and see. There's also going to be a banner that goes across, so I don't want to, mess with that too much. I do want to, now for this one, I do need to bring in my little scrap paper that I put over here. Because I just want the very tip of it. And just want to make sure that it's not coming out of everywhere. So I just want to add a few little bits that stamped off too much. Okay, right about there. Oh, I see another spot that I want. This is kind of that part where you're like, oh, can I do it? Can I do it? Well, of course you can. Because there's no mistakes, right? All right. Again, thinking about my banner. So what I'm going to do is just bring in this little piece. Come on. They're attached together with some glue, of course. It's probably going to go right there. But this is a card where I do enjoy the white space. So I think I'm going to stop there for now. You keep playing with it and it'll get messed up, because you put too much on. So I don't necessarily want to do that. And we can do a little bit of gluing. So this is this is cherry cobbler. I like to check to make sure I actually cut it properly. Because sometimes, well, actually, I did cut it wrong. I cut it yesterday. I cut it the exact same size as this, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" All right. Now you know with this, you don't need a lot. What I have experienced is when you use too much Tombow, you will actually see it through the paper. Like it'll make lines, and you don't want those. So less is more when it comes to this. Okay, so that's done. And then let's do the sentiment. It's a really simple card. Really, really simple. The sentiment. So again, here's the stamp set. And what I chose is Celebrate the Season. I love the font, and it was the right size. I think I had originally chosen Joy to the World, which I had stamped like right in here, and it just looked too tiny. So Celebrate the Season won. And you know what? Usually with me, the font wins out. All right. So I'm going to ink that up. Looks good. I have a bit of a halo, but I think we'll be okay. Might be a bit low. It is low. Okay, do that again. You always have a second one waiting in the wings when you're doing videos. Now that one has the glue, which I am going to... Occupational hazard, of stampers, is glue. Much better. Now the trick, of course, is to not put your arm in that, so it can go over by my light. Let's close this up for now. This is one of those cards that if you decide, like, oh, maybe I want to add something, it's no big deal. Okay, the punch, is right here. I'm going to be using the Banner Triple Punch. You can also use your tailored tag punch, which I couldn't find, so I went for this. So I do want you to let me know what you think. It's not looking quite Christmassy yet, but it will. It will. I think it looks Christmassy. The other two cards. How far away am I? All right. You always want to take less. Like you can always punch again, but if you go over the words, then you're stamping again. Get her lined up. Tricky, tricky. After this, by the way, I'm going out to finalize my flooring. I do just have to get that little bit of glue off, but we have a special tool for that, don't we? I can't remember if I used it. I brought it with me on Saturday to the scrapbook crop, but didn't end up using it. Nobody needed to use it actually, which was pretty wonderful. Oh, and now I need, yeah, I think I'll use the little ones. Okay, I'm gonna pop it up, of course. Pop it up with some dimensionals. These are the mini. You could use the full-size ones, of course, as well, instead. Alrighty. 1 and 2. Come on, Sandy. We've been trying to keep the heat down a little bit because you turn the furnace on and some of that dusty stuff is coming upstairs, and we weren't real fans of that, and neither is the bird. And the day they spray foam, regardless of the weather, the windows will be open a bit for him. That's how much we love that little bird. That's my daughter's that she didn't take. No. All right. Get rid of some of the stuff that we don't need. Alrighty. Oh yeah. Oh, we're going to add the embellishments last. The first thing I want to do, because you need to know where on the card this is going to land, right? Land. So remember to use all the edge pieces of your dimensionals. Do not think that's garbage, because they are perfect for a couple reasons. Now, I always find if I put them this direction, and if, you know, card makers, we look under cards, but if you turn it this way, it's a flat edge, and I just like that. You know, it doesn't always work, because obviously these are different shape, but you know, it's nice to at least give it the old try. This one I can just rip like so. Now I'm not going to put one in the center because it's already doubled, plus it has that, so I think it's sturdy enough in the center. Alrighty. Okay, don't need that. Now the tricky part to get it centered. You know what I didn't do? You can see how it's sitting up. There. Now this is the Whisper White Thick. And the reason for that is the inside is going to be stamped right on here, so I don't need layers for this. It's better. Let's see if we can do that again. There we go. It will bend to my will. Alrighty, on we go. Now she's still looking a little plain. Now before I push this down, I just want to see, I have to look at it at different angles to see that it's straight. There we go. Now, these are from the Christmastime is Here suite. I don't have the entire suite. You can buy the whole entire suite, or you can buy the piece parts. Now for me, I love things that are shiny and sparkly, beautiful gold ribbon like this. So I bought them. So these are the gold glitter enamel dots, and this is the gold shimmer ribbon. And again, that's from the Christmastime is Here suite. I think I'll do the bow first. Now, this is plain here, not for long. Okay, so I'm not doing the bunny ears this time. I'm going to do the loop. It's the same kind of thing. Okay, so you make a loop. Some people start this way. I don't really see that that's necessary. A loop is a loop, you know. And then we're going to go, holding it flat, go around, and then just pull it through that big loop. Now it looks horrible and gigantic. Oh, don't let go of the end. Don't let go of that end. This end doesn't matter quite as much. We're just going to pull and make it smaller and smaller until we get the size that I want. And I very, very rarely cut it off of here first. Very rarely. I mean, you do like to know how much ribbon it is, so when you're making multiples, like for something like the event I was at on Saturday, where I made 30 of the little tiny bows in the linen trim, I kind of wanted to know how much is this going to take, because I want to make sure I have lots. And we did, as it turned out. All right, I'm just going to trim that there. Oops. These are not my favorite scissors, but I was so tired on Saturday and so busy yesterday that I didn't get everything put away. I know it's horrible. But Sandy needs her sleep. That extra hour did nothing for me. Nothing. I was up with the birds. All right. Oh, glue dots are on this side today. Alrighty. Now remember, with glue dots, I just want to do this. They're on the inside, and I like to keep mine right about there, just before the next dot. Take the bow, and press it into the glue dot, like so, and there it is, and put it right there. So you've got your pretty little bow. I may have to trim that edge just a little bit more. And then these. Now look at all the different sizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sizes. So you have lots of options. Lots and lots. And I found I didn't really need my take your pick tool with this. So I just slid it off with my fingernail and then just started placing them. And I thought they looked really, oh, maybe I do need it today, apparently on Butterfingers. I like placing them somewhat on the wreath and kind of coming out of, come on. Oop, I hear voices. Maybe the inspector's here. around the wreath. Now I haven't yet, you can see I've used the little ones and the next size, but I haven't used the big ones yet, but I will. I know I will always find a use for things that sparkle. Oh, thank you. Oh, you need someone to make the bows for you, Sharon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 7, like so. I want to keep this, like, I want to keep it nice and simple. Nice and simple. Not too overdone. Overdone is for another stamp set. All right, so there they are. Oh, sparkle, sparkle. All right, so that is the card, but I am going to show you. You can see how, I think, can you see how that shines? In the, like the gold, excuse me, the gold Delicata. It does. So we're going to ramp it up and I'll show you. It's not a huge difference, but what I did was I used the gold foil paper behind, and I fussy cut a few of the flowers and a couple of the leaves and then popped them up. So it gives it a little bit more dimension. So there they are. I hope that's even. Oh, thank you. So this is my non-Christmas card. Oh, what did I do to the edge of my card? I don't know. Don't be mean to paper. I have one more to show you. Okay, then I thought, what would happen if I made it in a different color? Not even a Christmas color. But I have to tell you, I think navy's a Christmas color. You know what I mean? So this one's also stepped up like this one. So raised up, and you see how different they are? That not all of these flowers are the same. And that doesn't bother me at all. Little bow. You know what? I didn't put the dots on this one. What was I thinking? I do not know. I do not know. So something that you can take that's as simple as this card and put a few little embellishments on and a bow really makes a difference. Step it up, and wow, I might as well while I'm talking, so I'm going to need them anyway. Definitely use some Gold Glimmer enamel dots because they are awesome. So as always, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I will be back again. Oh, let me think, next Tuesday. Oh, yes, I will be back next Tuesday. So much going on next Tuesday. It's going to be busy, busy, busy. And then our Stampin' Up! On stage, which is a conference kind of thing, also happens. There you go. So one thing I wanted, like, the reason I did this is because if you don't have a lot of Christmas stamps, these are easy to move, by the way, if you need to. If you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good. If you don't have a lot of Christmas stamps, make use of the stamps that you have and try them out. Try them out. So that's what we used. Does not look the least bit Christmassy, but I think that is a very unique Christmas card. Okay. Oh, thank you. You love it. Yay. Because you know me. I'm never 100% sure. There we go. Alrighty. I will see you next Tuesday at 10 a.m. And I'm glad it wasn't that noisy for this particular video. Okie dokie. Bye-bye.